Hi, my name is Stephen McGuff, and I'm a lieutenant with the Bethel Park Volunteer Fire Company. As part of the Living Well series, some of my colleagues at the fire company and I would like to share fire safety tips from the National Fire Protection Agency with you. The focus of this year's Fire Prevention Week is fire safety, specifically in the kitchen. Here, with some top fire safety tips for when you're working in your kitchen, is Deputy Chief Russ Beeson.
Hi, I'm Deputy Chief Russ Beeson, and I'm here to share some common sense steps that you can take to prevent cooking fires and what to do if a fire breaks out while you are cooking. Tip 1. Pay attention. The leading cause of fires in the kitchen is unattended cooking. Stay in the kitchen while you are frying, boiling, grilling, or broiling food. Turn off the burner if you leave the kitchen for any reason. If you are simmering, baking, or roasting food, check it regularly and stay in the home. Use a timer to remind you that you are cooking. Don't cook if you're sleepy, have consumed alcohol, or have medicine or drugs that make you drowsy. Tip 2. Keep human and fur babies away. Have a kid-free zone of at least 3 feet around the stove in areas where hot food and drink is prepared or carried. Never hold a child while you are cooking, drinking a hot liquid, or carrying hot foods or liquids. Keep pets off cooking surfaces and nearby countertops to prevent them from knocking things onto the burner. Tip 3. Watch what you heat. Keep anything that can catch fire, such as oven mitts, wooden utensils, food packaging, towels, and curtains away from your stovetop. Wear short, close-fitting, or tightly rolled sleeves when cooking. Loose clothing can dangle onto a stove burner and catch fire if it comes into contact with a gas flame or an electric burner. Keep the stovetop burners and oven clean. Buildups of grease and bits of food can ignite or cause burners to operate inefficiently. Never use your oven or microwave as a storage space. If you do and forget to remove items before preheating, your goose may be cooked before even getting the turkey in the oven. Tip 4. What to do if you have a cooking fire on your stove. If a small grease fire starts in a pan, smother the flames with a lid. Always keep a lid nearby for this purpose. Turn off the burner and leave the pan with the lid on it until the pan has cooled. As you can see, we have a skillet on the stove. The handle is actually placed outward. We always recommend that the handle is pointing in or along to the counter. That way no pets or small children come over, grab it, and spill hot liquid, or a potential catastrophe is averted in the kitchen. As you can see, we have a small skillet that has now caught fire. Several things we don't want to do. Our natural reaction when we deal with fire is to do what? Put water on it. As you can see in the demonstration, putting water on it does nothing more than agitate it, splash it, and can spread the fire a lot more rapidly. Instead, we encourage you to take either the lid or a cooking sheet, as you see here, place it over, and then exit the structure and call 911. Never pour water on a cooking pan grease fire. Only trained adults should use the fire extinguisher on a grease fire. ABC fire extinguishers may fail to put out grease fires. Only Class K fire extinguishers are rated for the purpose of putting out grease and animal fat fires. Tip 5. What to do if you have an oven fire. In case of an oven fire, turn off the heat and keep the door closed until it is cool. Only open the door once you are confident that the fire is completely out. Standing to the side as you open the oven door. After a fire, the oven should be checked by a licensed professional and/or serviced before being used again. Tip 6. When in doubt, just get out. When you leave, close the door behind you to help contain the fire. After you leave, call 911 or 412-833-2000 from a mobile phone or a trusted neighbor. If you follow these tips, your chances of meeting me in person will be reduced, and your margins of safety will be increased.
Thanks, Chief. Deputy Chief Russ Beeson is actually a second-generation firefighter following in his father's footsteps. Even in the safest households, emergencies can happen. When faced with an emergency, knowing what to do is an important part of keeping everyone safe. Here is firefighter David DeLallo with some actions you can take ahead of time to give you and your family the best chance of staying safe in an emergency.
Smoke alarms are a key part of a home fire escape plan. When there's a fire, deadly smoke spreads fast. Working smoke alarms give you early warning so you can get outside quickly. I'm firefighter Dave DeLallo, and I'm here with some tips on getting the most out of your smoke alarms. Tip 1. Proper installation. Smoke alarms should be installed in every bedroom, outside each sleeping area, and on every level of the home, including the basement. It's best to use interconnected smoke alarms so that one smoke alarm sounds, they all sound. They should be mounting on the ceiling or high on the wall away from corners as directed in the manufacturer's instructions. Tip 2. Make sure they work for you. Test all smoke alarms at least once a month by pressing the test button to confirm it's working. People who are hard of hearing or deaf can use special alarms which use strobe lights or bed shakers to alert danger. Tip 3. Reduce false alarms. To reduce the chance of accidentally setting off a smoke alarm, mount them away from the kitchen, at least 10 feet from the stove. Keep in mind that smoke alarms have a lifespan. Replace all smoke alarms when they are 10 years old. Tip 4. Install carbon monoxide alarms. Carbon monoxide alarms inside your home can provide early warning and reduce the risk of death from carbon monoxide. CO alarms should be mounted wherever you have a smoke alarm. It is important to understand that a CO alarm does not take the place of a smoke alarm, and that a smoke alarm does not take the place of a CO alarm. However, combination CO/smoke alarms are available and useful. Tip 5. Understanding what the alarms are telling you. If your smoke alarm is repeating a set of 3 loud beeps, that means smoke or fire. Get out, call 911 or 412-833-2000 and stay out. A single chirp every 30 or 60 seconds means the battery is low and must be changed. If that chirping continues after the battery has been replaced, the alarm is at its end of life and must be replaced. 10 years is the maximum lifespan of any smoke alarm. If your carbon monoxide alarm is repeating a set of 4 loud beeps, carbon monoxide is present in your home. Go outside, call 911 or 412-833-2000 and stay out. A single chirp every 30 or 60 seconds means the battery is low and must be replaced. If that chirping continues after the battery has been replaced, the alarm is at its end of life and must be replaced. It is important to note that CO alarms only last 5 to 7 years, so they will need to be replaced more frequently than your smoke alarms. If you have smoke and carbon monoxide alarms in your home, you take care of them, and you understand what they're telling you, then you will be helping to keep yourself and your family safe. Remember, if you hear a beep, get on your feet, get out, and stay out. If you hear a chirp, make a change.
Thanks, Firefighter DeLallo. Firefighter DeLallo is a past president of our fire company.
Fire safety is a big topic. Big, huge, giant. And it's so important, we're talking life-saving important. So let's take a minute out of our day to learn exactly how we can help our families stay safe in a fire. We'll cover the most essential things you need to know in planning your escape. Let's set the timer and go. First thing you want to do is draw a really simple map of your home. Be sure to include all doors and windows. Now visit each room. Can you find 2 ways out of each one? Have your parents check all the windows and doors to make sure they're ready and safe to access. Now that you have your escape route, it's time to test your smoke alarms. Have an adult push the test button on each alarm in your home to make sure it has good batteries. The next step to planning your escape is to make sure that you have a safe meeting place outside. This meeting place should be a place that never moves. Think mailbox or tree, not car or bike. Now that we have a plan, make sure to go over it with everyone in your home. Post the instructions somewhere like your fridge or bulletin board for a regular reminder, along with the emergency phone number for your fire department. And practice the home fire drill twice a year. That's it. Now you have a fire escape plan. And we even have 5 seconds to spare. Let's use that time to give a little love to Sparky the fire dog.
Do you and everyone in your home know what to do and where to go if a fire breaks out? If not, you need to make a plan. Here to help outline what is in a fire escape plan is firefighter Dean Hoovey.
If a fire breaks out in your home, you may have only a few minutes to get out safely once the smoke alarm sounds. I'm firefighter Dean Hoovey, and I'm here with some steps you can take to help everyone know what to do and where to go if there's a fire. Step 1, know your way out. Create a home escape plan by drawing a map of your home which shows all doors and windows. Use this map to identify at least 2 ways out of every room if possible. Discuss the plan with everyone in your home and talk about what you would do in different situations. Step 2, practice makes perfect. Practice your home fire drill with everyone in your home twice a year. You should perform the drill both during the day and at night. Practice using different ways out. As part of the drill, make sure that all doors and windows that lead outside are not blocked and open easily. Close the door behind you as you leave, which would help to starve an actual fire of oxygen. I know it's tough to think about, but it is especially important to teach children how to escape on their own in case you can't help them. Step 3, know where to go. Pick an outside meeting place, like a tree, light pole, or mailbox, a safe distance from the home, where everyone should meet once they escape. This will help you to account for everyone in the house and reduce unnecessary panic during a frantic time. If this was an actual emergency, if the smoke alarm sounds, get out and stay out. Never go back inside for people or pets. If you have to escape through smoke, get low and go under the smoke as you escape. Call the fire department from outside your home. Here are some additional facts that just may save your life. A closed door can slow the spread of smoke, heat, and fire. When you are going to bed, close before you doze. If you install a smoke alarm in every bedroom and outside each sleeping area, as firefighter DeLallo explained, you will be alerted whether there is smoke in your room or outside of it. According to an NFPA survey, only 1 out of every 3 American households have developed and practiced a home fire escape plan. 1/3 of Americans estimate they would have at least 6 minutes before a fire in their home would become life-threatening. The time available is often less. More surprisingly, only 8% said their first thought of hearing a smoke alarm would be to get out. For more information on how to develop your fire escape plan, go to nfpa.org and click on Preparedness in the Public Education section. There you will find planning tools you can use to take these important steps to help keep yourself and your family safe.
Most people are surprised to learn that when there's a fire in your home, you may have as little as 2 minutes to get out safely from the time the smoke alarm sounds. 2 minutes is not a lot of time, especially when it's the middle of the night and everyone is asleep. And when you add in smoke and heat, confusion and fear, multiple floors, and several people, every second counts. You need to have a plan to get everyone out safely, starting with working alarms, ideally interconnected ones, so that when one alarm in your home sounds, they all do, no matter where the fire starts. Remember to check doors for heat before opening them so you know if it's safe to go that way. During a fire, there's no time to decide who should be doing what. Look at all that time zipping by. Your fire safety plan should include assigned roles so everyone knows what to do and there's no confusion. Children can sleep through a smoke alarm even if it's right next to them, so always check their room and stay with them as you exit the house. In your safety plan, make sure there are 2 marked exits from every room and everyone in the family knows where they are. If the main exit is blocked by smoke or fire, you won't waste time figuring out where to go next. Crouching low and going under the smoke is the safest way to exit. Once you are safely outside, call the fire department right away. Never go back inside a burning building. Firefighters are trained and prepared to enter one. You're not. Picking an outside designated meeting place a safe distance from your home is critical for knowing that everyone has escaped safely. It also helps firefighters know who is safe and who is still inside and needs to be rescued. No one wants to think about their house catching fire. It's scary. But while home escape planning and practice may seem unnecessary, these actions can have heroic impact. Be a hero in your own home. Make a home escape plan with everyone in your family and practice it today.
Thank you, Firefighter Hoovie. Interesting thing about the volunteer fire service is so many people have so many different jobs, and Dean is actually an emergency room nurse in a local hospital, and he does an amazing job as a firefighter. In Bethel Park, we have numerous large apartment complexes and high-rise buildings. These structures present unique challenges both for us as firefighters who may have to work in them and for residents who live there. Here are some preparation tips and important things to consider that are specific to these residences.
Hi, I am Lieutenant Michael Innocenti, and I'm here with some recommendations from the NFPA on what you should do in the event of a fire alarm if you live in a large apartment or high-rise building. First, if the fire alarm is sounding, feel the door before opening. If it is hot, use another way out. If it is cool, use it to exit and head to your meeting spot. When you leave, take your key to get back into your apartment if you can't get out of the building. Close all doors behind you as you leave, especially if the fire is in your apartment. This will help to contain the fire to your unit. It will allow the residents who share your hallway to escape, and it may help keep the fire smaller by limiting the amount of oxygen that it will have to burn. If there is a fire, pull the fire alarm on your way out to notify your neighbors and the fire department. If fire or smoke is blocking all exits, or if you are disabled, return or stay in your apartment. Keep the door closed. Cover cracks around the door and vents with wet towels or tape. Call 911 and let the dispatcher know that you are trapped. Signal firefighters from the window by waving a flashlight or light-colored cloth. We will do everything in our power to get you out into improved conditions. Fire department evacuation of a high-rise building can take a long time. Communicate with the fire department to monitor evacuation status. Here are some specific steps you can take ahead of time to prepare for a possible fire emergency. Know the locations of all exit stairs from your floor. You need to know multiple ways out in case one is blocked by smoke or heat. If you live alone, make a plan with a neighbor. This way someone can tell firefighters if you are unaccounted for. Make sure all exit and stairwell doors are clearly marked and accessible. They should not be locked or blocked by security bars and should be clear of clutter. Do not prop stairwell doors open. If doors are open, a stairwell can act as a chimney that quickly fills up with heat and toxic gases, making it useless as a way to get out. Meet with your landlord or building manager. They can tell you about the fire safety features and plans in your building. Let them know if you uncover something unsafe that needs their attention. If you follow these steps ahead of time and you remember the recommendations from the NFPA that I shared with you, you are giving yourself the best chance of survival if a real fire does break out.
Thank you, Lieutenant Innocenti. Mike is another second-generation firefighter here, following in his father's footsteps. One thing that pops into mind when I think about fire alarms, especially in large buildings, is the children's story, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. The more obvious lesson from the fable is that you should not shout of danger when there is none, like the little boy did. However, we do not want to be the villagers who ignored the third warning. If you ignore the warning of an alarm like the villagers did, you could be bitten by something much more dangerous than a wolf. Whether your home is a small house or a large high-rise, spending a little time preparing can make a big difference. If in doubt, call us. We're ready to respond from our homes, and we like to help our neighbors feel safe and secure in their homes. If you'd like to help your neighbors and are curious about becoming a firefighter, head to the membership section of our website at bethelparkvfc.com and reach out to us. Thank you, and stay safe.